Welcome, everyone. A little bit about Sanctuary Church for those who may not have joined us before. Sanctuary is a 508c1a faith-based organization. We use psilocybin mushrooms as a sacrament to connect us to divinity. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion which brings us closer to what we commonly call God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the origin of health and well-being. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from prehistorical use by our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. It is our belief that psilocybin-containing mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. We should not be mistaken for a medical or therapeutic organization. We encourage anyone facing trauma recovery or mental health issues to work in conjunction with a psychiatrist, psychologist, or accredited therapist. Our objective is to help and support you in reconnecting with the universal source of healing, your own divine spirit. As we get ready to begin today's service, we ask that you mute your mics if they're not already muted. We want to let you know that this meeting is being recorded, which if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out privately. A portion of this service will invite you to journal. So now would be a good time to grab a notebook and pen if you'd like to participate in that. And please do, if possible for you, find a comfortable space where you can relax and be present for the service. The service portion of our gathering is around 30 minutes of silent participation on your part, during which time we will begin with a short meditation. We'll read the poem which the church has adopted as our acknowledgement of oneness with all that is, titled A Litany of Gratitude. We'll have a reading from our rotating text, along with an opportunity to journal your thoughts around the reading, and a reading from our main text, the Tao Te Ching. After that, we'll bring the official service to a close, and from there, we'll move into an optional discussion period. We've allotted 90 minutes for this portion until 12 Eastern, and do invite you to participate if you feel called. Welcome and thank you for joining our Sanctuary community and celebration. As we begin our statement of faith, we recognize that this statement does not exhaust the full extent of our faith. We believe that sacred mushrooms are a primary source of personal and divine revelation. We seek counsel from the mushroom to find direction and inspiration in our faith practice. And we believe that all individuals who seek true revelation from divinity can do so. All right, Courtney, can you do the meditation for us this morning?
Well, I would be happy to.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us during this Sunday service. I invite you to join me in a short meditation. If you could get in a comfortable position, if you're not in a comfortable position already, please do that. That means adjusting your posture or even sitting on the floor, whatever helps you just really sink in over the next 5 minutes or so. When you're feeling ready, I invite you to close your eyes and begin to tune in to your body, your physical body, and your energy body. This meditation has been inspired by us being in the heat of summer. On Tuesday, we will officially be at the midpoint between summer and autumn. And at this point in the season, things can start feeling a little stagnant. Been outside, it's been hot, our routines are changed up. And this meditation can help us move any stagnant energy that's present in our physical and energy bodies. So let's all take a few intentional breaths to begin. In through our nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth, really sinking in for the next 5 minutes. I invite you to join your hands together, bringing your palms together, touching, and tune into this subtle energy that's flowing between your palms. Just noticing what that energy feels like as you begin to become more aware of it, moving between your left and right palms. Notice if you feel any other energy in your body that's really standing out to you. And I invite you to take any energy that you feel is stagnant or having trouble moving. And over the next minute or so, as we begin to move our palms in small circles, I invite you to move this energy into your palms, creating a chi ball. So let's all together over the next minute or so do small circles with our palms, feeling the energy accumulating there between our palms. Again, taking this as an opportunity to channel any energy that's asking for a little assistance, just channeling it here so that we can transform it, transmute it into something more clarifying for our experience today. So as you continue to move your palms in the circle, accumulating the energy here, you can go at a little bit faster pace over the next 30 seconds. Really feeling the energy build. Continuing to breathe as you normally would. Just a few more seconds. Now begin to slowly separate your palms. Begin forming your chi ball with this energy you've accumulated between your hands. So just naturally letting your palms drift apart, forming a chi ball about the size of a basketball. And again, tuning into the space in between your hands. Tap into this energy that we have pulled with the intention of creating a more clarifying space and experience for ourselves and those around us. When you're feeling this energy ball formed between your palms, I invite you to bring up the energy ball, slowly bring it up above your head. And with your mind's eye, and really tapping into the sensation of the energy moving, begin to feel this energy washing over your head. As it washes over your head, know that it has been transmuted into something more clarifying, an energy that's consciously cultivated. Just notice how it feels to have intentionally brought this energy here. Knowing that you can move and shift energy when it's feeling blocked, with the intention of feeling ourselves authentically a little bit more. And let's begin to move this chi ball as it's still radiating between our palms. Just begin to slowly move it in front of the body, in front of your face. As you move and feel the energy washing over you, just knowing that this energy is always here, it's always present, it's always existing in the space around us. Just continuing to move it down your body, over your chest, over your stomach, your hips. And without bending over, just turning your palms towards your legs and channeling the energy there. As it's moving, just thanking the energy for its assistance, moving it down into your ankles and your feet. If your feet are touching the ground, I invite you to pay attention to, tap into the connection between your feet, this energy, and the ground that supports us all. Finally, I invite you to just ask the earth to take what's remaining of any stagnant energy. Just ask it if it can help recycle that energy for us and transmute it into something more helpful, more productive, and clarifying. I'll be here for a few more moments. Continuing to breathe as you normally would. When you're feeling complete, you can bring your palms to your heart, placing your right palm over your heart and your left palm over your right palm. And simply just let this sink in. Notice what it feels like in this moment, what your energy feels like, what your physical body feels like, your state of mind. Notice what it feels like now versus when you sat down for Sunday service this morning. Know as we continue on with service, we can tap in to this energy, communicate with it, and help it move all together as a community. So let's all together to conclude the meditation. Let's take a few intentional breaths again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth, really sealing in this intentional practice. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And before you open your eyes, just slowly begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. You give a body stretch and come back into the service space. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Courtney. And those that are part of the Subtle Sacrament program, we wanted to make sure we set aside a few moments so that we can commune together every Sunday and also send out good vibes to all of us communing with the sacrament. All right, as I read through our litany of gratitude, please unmute your mics and share with me when I say we live in all things live in us. A litany of gratitude. We live by the sun, we feel by the moon, we move by the stars. We live in all things. All
things live in us.
We eat from the earth, we drink from the rain, we breathe of the air. We live in
all
things.
All things live in us.
We talk to each other. We listen to each other. Our hearts deepen with love and compassion. We live
We live
in
in
all
all
things.
things.
All
All
things
things live
live in
in
us.
us.
We depend on the trees and animals. We depend on the earth. Our minds open with wisdom and insight. We live
We
in
live in all things. All things live in us.
We dedicate our practice to others. We include all forms of life. We celebrate the joy of living and dying. We live
We
in
live in all things.
all
All
things.
things live in us.
We are full of life. We are full of death. We are all grateful for being, we are grateful for all beings and companions. I'm so sorry. We are grateful for all beings and companions. All right, for our first reading today, Susan, are you out there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is from The Spiritual Implications of Quantum Physics by Jeff Carrera. My loss of faith in science became complete during my tenure as an engineer. Over and over again, I would see a whole team of truly brilliant scientists get lured down rabbit holes of wild speculation for months at a time. Of course, along the way, we made valuable discoveries and created new technologies. But over those years, I began to wonder how much of our success was due to the accuracy of our understanding of reality, and how much of that was luck. Developing laser diodes turned out to be a perfect background for philosophical investigation. The lasers we produced were small enough to fit in the jaws of an ant, but the actual working part of the laser was only a few atoms thick. You can probably imagine how difficult it is to really know what is going on in a laser that is only a few atoms thick. I sat through many meetings listening to brilliant and creative speculations about what might be going on and why things might be working or not working. Slowly, I came to the conviction that we had no way of knowing what was really going on. In the middle of all this, I came upon a book that put the last nail in the coffin of my scientific faith. It was The Structure of Scientific Revolutions by Thomas Kuhn, a professor who specialized in the history of science. As I read the book, my eyes opened. In between the experimental facts that science adores and the ideas scientists write about them in books, there are layers of assumptions and interpretations. This middle ground is the place where meaningless observations of phenomena are clothed in speculations about their meaning and significance. It is where facts becomes theories about facts. Much later, I learned that this tendency to make up theories to explain what observed facts might be telling us about reality was a habit that Ernest Mach, famous Austrian scientist, warned us about at the turn of the century. Stay tuned for more.
Let's take 5 minutes and journal on the following prompt and reflect. How comfortable are you with not knowing? Compare the state of certainty to that of uncertainty. How do you respond to each perspective, and how can you tell which one is most true? Just a few more seconds to wrap up your thoughts. All right, the paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in our communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as you delve deeper into the mystery of life. Carla.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Tao Te Ching, chapter 36. What is in the end to be shrunken begins by being first stretched out. What is in the end to be weakened begins by being first made strong. What is in the end to be thrown down begins by being first set on high. What is in the end to be despoiled begins by being first richly endowed. Herein is the subtle wisdom of life. The soft and weak overcomes the hard and strong. Just as the fish must not leave the deeps, so the ruler may not display his weapons.
Thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
And Eric, would you like to announce our newly ordained ministers?
Hey, sure. I'm happy to. Thank you all for joining us here. I've got quite a group today. Looking forward to our discussion as well. And since we have so many new people here, I just want to provide a little bit of context for these minister ordinations that we'll be announcing. It is our belief at Sanctuary that every individual has their own spiritual sovereignty, that there is no guru or high priest that is here to save us, that it is up to us as individuals to save ourselves in the context of community and with the support of this sacrament. And so in that belief, this is why we develop these programs for called the Myself Minister and the Friends of Family Minister programs, knowing that the majority of people who work with sacred mushrooms are doing so to improve their own personal life, relationship with the mystery, spiritual and mental health, and having that ongoing support from community is invaluable. As I've been involved in this work for so many years and seen so many training programs come out, and very expensive training programs, $10,000, $15,000 people are paying and are lined up 6 months in advance for these programs. And we have really created something that is so much more accessible and provides real, actual experience and community support, which cannot be found anywhere else right now, to my knowledge. So it's really, really an honor to be bringing this to the public. And those of you who are in these first stages of these minister programs, we have such a deep appreciation for your involvement in helping us grow and providing feedback so that they can become better, and so that you yourselves can be the wonderful ambassadors for the mushroom that you are. So it is with great pleasure that I announce Mark Ranke, Russell Crenshaw, Brian Buford, and Sam Rames as our most recent myself ministers. Thank you all so much. Got a beautiful future ahead of us in working together with this sacrament.
Thanks so much, Eric, and congratulations to you all. All right, announcements today. This week we'll have 2 virtual workshops led by members for members only. And those include Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern, Internal Family Systems with Deborah, and Saturday at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, Sanctuary's Book Club with Susan. You can find all upcoming members' workshops in the members only virtual events calendar page in your member portal. If you're interested in leading a members only virtual workshop, please reach out for a link to our leadership application. And this Wednesday, fellow member Brian Buford will be leading our first bi-monthly LGBTQ+ circle. This is a confidential, supportive, and welcoming space for everyone in the queer community and those who are exploring. This focus will be on sharing our stories and encouraging each other on our journey. All you need to participate is an open mind and heart. This event is offered at no suggested cost for official Sanctuary members and is suggested $10 to $20 for non-members. Please visit our events calendar on our website to register. And did you know that we have an online store where you can buy Sanctuary coffee mugs, t-shirts, medicinal mushroom extract powder, and more? Official Sanctuary members receive 15% off their order. Discount code can be found in your member portal. To check out our store offerings, see the drop-down menu at sanctuary.org. And mark your calendars for our new West Coast Sunday services led by Zoom, via Zoom, on the first Sunday of each month, hosted at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you're interested in assisting with either of the West or East Coast services, please email our volunteer coordinator, Nancy, at volunteer@sanctuary.org. And fundraising, James, are you out there?
I'm out here. Nothing huge to report in the fundraising category this week. As we continue to grow and we continue to have more and more people sign up, obviously we get more and more ability to look towards the horizon at larger goals. So I'd say this week, if you'd really like to help Sanctuary, if you're not a member already, obviously that's always the first step. If you are a member, remember that for just a little bit more, you can access a lot more chats and conversations. Take a look at the website for that. And if you're really looking for a way to contribute to Sanctuary right now, please take a look at the various online social media channels that we have. You have no idea the impact that more likes and comments and engagement with those channels can have in terms of new people discovering Sanctuary and being offered what we have to offer. So thank you everybody for all of your incredible support and engagement. I love to see all of the community events every week. It's the real proof of the pudding, right? And if you want to take it up to that next step, the more you publicly support Sanctuary, the more we find the people that need to find us.
Thanks so much, James. Very true. All right, Stephen, new members.
Good morning, everybody. This week we have 8 new members representing 5 states. From Florida, we have Robin. From Washington, we have Christy and Melanie. From Texas, we have Kate. From Washington, and from Washington again, Monty. And from Kentucky, Kevin, Autumn, and Joan. So welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everyone. And if you're looking to become a member, On sanctuary.org, top right corner, there's a membership button, and that will kind of walk you through how to do that. Thank you. And we've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It is in our hearts to go forth into the world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. For those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us. As we further our conversation, please remember that all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Much love.